When I was 12, my family moved to Arrol area in Oregon, miles from the nearest town. We lived on a large piece of land surrounded by dense pine forest. It was peaceful, quiet, and complete. The house itself was built in the 1940s. It had the old house starter pack, with things like creaky floors, a creepy attic, and a detached rundown shed that sat about 30 feet from the back door. The shed was packed with old tools and junk from the previous owner. My dad always meant to clean it out, but he never did. For the most part, we stayed away from it. I remember the first time I noticed something strange. It was a weeknight, close to midnight. I was up reading with the flashlight under the covers when I heard our dog Max barking gallantry. Max was a golden retriever, super friendly but alert. When he barked like that, it meant something was wrong. He crept out of bed and peeked out through window. He was facing the shed, barking into the darkness. The motion sensor light by the back door was on, casting long shadows across the lawn. I couldn't see anyone, but Max wouldn't stop. I didn't go out there. I just watched for a bit until he calmed down. Then he walked away. The next morning, we found deep boot prints in the dirt between the house and the shed. My dad dismissed it, saying it was probably a neighbor or a drifter passing through, but I couldn't stop thinking about it. Over the next few weeks, Max barked at that shed multiple times. Every time we'd look outside and find nothing but footprints would be back, and they always led to the shed, never away from it. One night, around 2 a.m., I woke up to the sound of footsteps on the gravel outside my window. I froze. The footsteps stopped, then resumed moving toward the shed. I peeked through the blinds and the light by the back door flicked on, and for just a second I saw him, a tall man standing beside the shed door. He was wearing what looked like a dirty grey coat. His face was obscured by shadows, and then the light went out. My heart pounded to my chest as I backed away from the window. I woke my parents. My dad grabbed his rifle and went to the side, but the man was gone. The footprints were fresh though, right up to the shed. This time, my dad decided a deto check inside. He unlocked the padlock and pulled the doors open, but all there were just rusty tools and old tarps. He added a new lock and reinforced the. For a while, things were quiet. Then a month later, Max went missing. We searched everywhere through the woods, up and down the road, even a neighbors. He was gone. I was completely hurting. I held out hope that he'd return, and he just got lost in the woods that night. I couldn't sleep. At all, I kept thinking about the shed and Max, about the man I'd seen. Around 3 a.m., I heard the back door creak. I got out of bed and tiptoed into the hallway. My dad was already up holding his rifle. We moved to the back door just in tomato. See the motion light flicker on. There, standing by the shed, was the man again. Only this time, he was holding something. In one hand, a knife. In theater, Max's collar. When I saw this, I felt like my life was half sucked out of me body, like this horrible weightless in which I almost felt like I was going to fall down. My dad shouted and raised the rifle, but man turned and ran into the woods. We called the police and they searched its area, but found no trace of him. What they did find inside the shed, Madam Sick. The floor had been cleared. In the dirt, someone had carved symbols, crude, disturbing images. In the corner was a pile of bones, animal bones.